Sure, I'm John Bell. I run the 360-degree digital influence team, which is Ogilvy's global digital influence practice. It's interesting. We work with a lot of clients, both on the corporate side, but also on the government side, in terms of getting them involved in producing social media programs that are helpful to them in their communications. The things that I've kind of learned, the work we've done with HHS and other parts of the government is you have to spend some time in education, training. It's not enough to sell through a program like you would sell through, I don't know, a traditional marketing program. So you got to be committed to this idea of helping people understand a new medium. So that's one thing. You might as well just invest in that and do it, because otherwise you'll just be frustrated. I think the other thing is that it is possible to talk about measurement and return on investment now. So it's not as simple as let's experiment in social media. It's let's try this program leveraging social networks or leveraging blogs or something, or connecting with influencers, and here's how it can impact whatever our kind of business mission is inside the agency. So coming up with a kind of mature approach to measurement is the other thing that seems to help a lot. I think there's a lot of do-it-yourself culture inside of social media, which means that you throw together the social network yourself in Ning, or you kind of take the initiative and ask for a little bit of forgiveness later, not going against any protocols inside an agency or anything, but I think it's a medium that desperately wants the entrepreneur in the agency to kind of act out, in a positive and productive way. In general, for a lot of agencies and even corporate clients, there's a couple of big fears in social media. One is that you lose control of the message because you're in this active conversation with people. The other is that you're kind of bypassing the protocols of like legal departments and so forth and so on to build a relationship with people directly. I think that experience has shown that the risks involved are actually very manageable. So I think just being open about talking about the risks, showing cases, how we ran the pandemic flu blog for HHS, where the secretary blogged for the first time, and actually he continues to blog today. The fears never panned out. There was never a big problem because we'd anticipated it, we talked about it, we had kind of plans in place should something odd happen. So I think just kind of being open about talking about the risks, and showing cases where they've been overcome or have never materialized helps people get comfortable with it. We held this event last night, Social Media Club, with a lot of social media practitioners from within the government, and the whole idea was to have them share their experience, their practical experience. They're all doing stuff. They're not just pundits or thinkers. They're people who are actually putting programs in place. So we really wanted to hear from 4 people and say, look, here's how it worked for me. And we got that, and it was great. So we got to hear from different people about what they were doing in AIDS.gov, USA.gov, Business.gov, and my personal favorite, just by title, our shadow representative in the DC government, a politician who's using social media to become elected. We got great cases.